How's it going, YouTube? Dallasboi here, back with another Pokemon Black and White Wi-Fi battle. In this battle, I'm going up against Arcena200, who I ran into on the Smogon Wifi Battle Finder, and I completely neglected this battle for a little while, but, yeah. Thing is, I kind of had planned to do a little bit of a Wild Chase imitation narration, but, yeah, I'm gonna have to, put that off until another time, but, hey, this was still a pretty fun battle, but anyways, looking at his team, Politoed is a dead giveaway that it is a rain team, and biggest threat to my team is actually going to be that Tornadus, because it could potentially be Scarfed, and Hurricane will do a lot to my team, whomever it may be. So, yeah, best things that I have for his rain team are going to be my Celebi and my Rotom, so I need to keep them alive in order for me to be in the driver's seat to this battle. So, I hope you guys enjoy this battle, and let's get the show on the road! My opponent's going to be leading off with this Politoed, and predicting that Politoed lead, I'm going to be leading off with my Rotom, and yeah, Politoed is going to do what Politoed is going to do, set the rain, and here is the hidden power, and that he's faster than me, and judging from that damage, I'm thinking that Politoed is Scarf, because HP Grass didn't do that, didn't do much to it KO, and there I just Volt Switch and go into my Celebi just to hard counter this Politoed. But I do know that he does have that Tornadus, so I'm going to predict the Tornadus switch in and go straight to T-Wave. And now that threat is pretty much paralyzed, and yeah, it can still hit pretty hard, but yeah, it's not that fast. So now, I'm going to be sending out my Heatran to sponge a Hurricane, and unfortunately it does get confused, and that's going to be coming into a little bit of play later, so yeah, you'll see why. Now, Gelatin comes in Tornadus' place. My Heatran hits Subfusion, and it's going to be doing the same thing again in the next turn, and Gelatin's going to attack him with Scald, and yeah, I live with 19, but yeah, I'm just leaving in my Heatran as Death Fighter to try and get up rocks, but unfortunately it doesn't happen, and yeah, if I didn't hit myself in Confusion any of those times, I would have got my rocks up in Tornadus, just switching in shenanigans. Yeah, probably wouldn't have happened. Now I go into my Rotom. I kind of predicted him to switch into Jolteon to predict my Volt Switch, but Gelatin sponges the Hydro Pump, and there it pretty much confirms to me that this is a Cursed Body Gelatin, and yeah, fires up a Toxic and Shadow Ball on me there. Gets a Spec D drop, but yeah, I think here I go for the rest just to get all my health back, and like I said, I do need this Rotom for this battle to stay in the driver's seat. Yeah, there I do reveal that I'm a Resto Chesto variant of Rotom, and I don't really want to take any more hits from this Gelatin, and he isn't switching to Jolteon, so I'm just going to be going straight for the Volt Switch just to get the Switch Initiative, because I do know that Gelatin's going to it's just going to live that hit. And yeah, I do send out Scizor, which sounds really stupid, but yeah, I can U-turn out, or just straight out KO this thing. Dude, which I do right there, and yeah, I just lied about the U-turn and whatnot, and crit didn't matter, but he does hit me with that Cursed Body, which absolutely forces me to switch out. But out comes his Scizor. Perfect check to that thing is Gelatin, well, at or about perfect, unless you run Speedy Beast on your Scizor like me and whatnot. But yeah, there's Scizor goes to the +2 Bullet Punch, and he gets a crit, which is, yeah, that's surprising. A crit Bullet Punch did that much to a Gelatin. Yeah. This is pretty much one of the reasons why I love Gelatin. It's bulky, it's a team player, and it walls Scizor and takes it for days. So after the second +2 Bullet Punch, I'm gonna go straight for the Recover, because I do not want that Scizor getting any more crits on me and whatnot, and yeah. Pretty much the best Scizor is a burnt Scizor if you're facing it, so I'm just gonna go for another Scald. There I get the burn, and he's gonna be setting up a Sword Stand. I do not know why, but yeah, probably it's because Gelatin is way too bulky, but I definitely would have switched. I would not have had Scizor take a burn there. But yeah, Scizor goes for another Bullet Punch, and is going to be dying to the Scald, and that's that big threat out of the way, but in comes another big threat in the form of Jolteon, and I'm going to be switching into my Celebi to take the obvious Thunder, and yeah, then I realized that I shouldn't be staying in, because this Jolteons normally do carry Shadow Ball, which it will be going for right now, and I'm hoping to sponge this hit, and I actually do with 90 HP, and I'm just gonna go into the Giga Drain just to try to kill off this thing, but it does way too little for my comfort, and Jolteon is just one of those really frail things. So I'm just gonna be going out to my Scizor to try to take a Shadow Ball, and I'm just gonna be cleaning that thing out of the way with Bullet Punch. And now this part's gonna get a little bit annoying. A Ludicolo is on the field, and I sped this up because this was a pretty dang stally bit of the match. There I T-waved the Ludicolo, try to get attacks on it, and whatnot. Try to restore my health with Giga Drain. Yeah. Somewhere along the lines here, I probably could have switched to Terrakion, which I do there. And, yeah, I go for the Stone Edge, just because I think I could KO it from that range, but, yeah. And, I actually got a crit there, which actually speeds up the process and kills the stall a little bit. And there I, unfortunately, lose my Terrakion. All I did was just deal damage, but it did need Scizor a good opportunity to go for the U-turn, kill off that Sombrero, and, I can switch out into my Rotom to, yeah, pretty much clean up the stuff here. Now, Politoed does go for the tower here on the switch, after the switching about and whatnot, and I knew I could live it, so I stayed in, went for a, what was it, Volt Switch, and, the last Pokemon is gonna be that Paralyzed Tornadus, and, if I got up the rocks, then this Tornadus probably should have been dead. But it just lives with a tiny little nub and is able to take me out with a Hurricane. But, yeah, that doesn't really matter too much, except for score. Because I do have this Rotom who does carry the Volt Switch. I'm faster, because Tornadus is paralyzed. I get to use the Sprint. Yeah, it definitely didn't matter at all, because that's the range itself. And that will be the game. So, yeah. That was a pretty fun match, Arcena. And I definitely I went for the Thunder Wave on Ludicolo actually earlier, because I actually kind of sort of thought that he was running Drizzle Swift Swim, which is banned. But, yeah, we do have, yeah, Ludicolo is a very stally Pokemon when put in the rain, because of that rain dish and whatnot, and sub-season shenanigans. And, yeah, definitely a pretty annoying Pokemon. But, anyways, that was a fun game, Arcena200, and, rate, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time!